What's happening, YouTube? It's Simon 466 Cards, and today is a follow-up to my last video about why people buy wax and buy into breaks. If you recall, the ultimate conclusion from that video is I believe that people buy into breaks and buy wax because they want to feel special about themselves, or they want to feel smarter than everyone else. Because they found a way to beat the odds of making money, right? And you can see this is what I had on that last slide there. And as part of that, I had a takeaway at the end where I said that I truly believe wanting to feel smarter than the rest of the hobby is a big part of what drives the hobby. You can see that at the bottom here. And I'm going to give you my most memorable example of this. And just to be clear, I am also included in this. Like, I definitely see behaviors and things that I do where I want to, feel like I know things. So that don't think I'm immune to that, and I'm not being critical about anybody. It's just like, I think this permeates the entire hobby. Having said that, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and I found one instances of this in the hobby that was so extreme, I thought it was a parody. So you can see here, it's a Wander Franco card. And I won't get into the details of what he is going through, but I think we all know he's in a lot of trouble, and we'll leave it at that. So you can see here, December 14th, 2023, and this is months after all the news came out about the allegations. He takes time away from the team. Like, this is months after that. A lot of time has passed. There's not a lot of unknowns at this point. Like, it seems like we all kind of know what the situation is with Wander. So someone has this gold refractor first Bowman auto, and someone says December 14th, 2023, just someone take this tonight. Like, basically, I don't want this in my collection anymore. Just give me your best offer. And so the response I saw from someone was so extreme and so unbelievable, I actually thought it was a parody, and here it is. Someone said, "Great buy, I'm still buying his stuff too. He's already back in the Dominican Republic, so maybe this will be wrapping up soon." When I read this, I legitimately thought it was a parody. I could not believe this was true. So that was December 14th. Well, it did not wrap up soon, because on January 1st, 2 weeks later, Wander Franco is arrested in the DR. And so this is a different post from the same Facebook group. And so someone is just saying, hey, for whatever reason, I do not know why, but looking to buy the best Wander they can get for under $500. And the exact same person who commented here also commented on this post. And again, I thought this was parody for the longest time until I saw this comment. And hey, he's basically saying, hey, everything's gonna be okay, even though I was wrong about it wrapping up soon. He says, does this look like a person who's worried about detained for a day or two? People to read into headlines too much, and shows a shot of Wander Franco, I guess, at the police station. On top of that, this person also goes on to say, as a Dominican myself and having lived there for long periods of time, people are a bunch of gossipers and just want to talk and try to get a payday. Headlines always want to push an agenda or narrative. I'll keep buying Wander. So this person still believes Wander Franco will be playing in the majors and will be an investable player in the hobby because he knows better. He knows how things operate in the Dominican Republic. He thinks this is all going to go away because he knows better than all of us. I just, like, when I talk about people wanting to feel like they're smarter than everybody else, I could not think of a better example than this. To me, this was absolutely insane. Because let's say this person is actually correct. All of these charges go away, and this is all a bit of nonsense. My question is, I guess he forgot about Trevor Bauer. Do we remember Trevor Bauer? Because he went through a whole bunch of stuff. He was placed on administrative leave. He got suspended for over a year, never had charges filed against him. They designated him for assignment in 2023. He went to Japan. He is now a free agent, and as of early February, he's still a free agent. Could sign with a Major League Baseball team. Has not. Again, has no charges actually filed against him. And isn't playing in the majors. And was not involved with a minor. So Trevor Bauer is not going to play again in the majors, I would think. But somehow Wander is? So this is just, to me, an example of someone wanting so strongly to feel that they know more than everybody else. They're so focused on this that they know something about a specific situation and that they know more than everybody else. They have the real goods on this. They lose sight of the bigger picture, because let's say everything he's saying is true. This is still what needs to happen for Wander Franco cards to be a good idea. Charges are dropped, or he goes to prison. He's allowed back in the U.S., which, based on this article, suggests that's probably going to be a problem. Third thing, a team's willing to take him. Look at Trevor Bauer. Major League Baseball conducts an investigation, probably going to lead to a suspension because Trevor Bauer was suspended for over a year. So we're looking at least a year where he's not playing baseball in the majors. That time off doesn't affect his skills. He still has a starting job when he comes back. He doesn't let the booing and media attention affect him when he does come back. He still somehow, after all of this, plays at a superstar level. Somehow he's still done all this after steps 1 through 8. He's still playing at a superstar level. I still have one question for you. Who is still actually buying his cards if he comes back and plays in the majors and is a superstar, given everything that has been alleged? I don't understand how buying his cards is a good idea. And this, to me, is an example of how one person has let the mentality of, I know better, I know everything, I have the inside scoop. It's overwhelmed his logic, and he's actually lost sight of the bigger picture of, but none of that actually matters. His card still won't be worth anything. Now, this is the most extreme example that I've seen, but now extrapolate the mindset of I know better than you across the entire hobby. Think about all the prospecting that goes on in all the major sports. Think about people who think this is their breakout year. People who think this team is going to win it and this person is going to lead the charge. Think about all of that, and then which sets will matter, which inserts will matter, which SSPs will matter. People have all sorts of opinions across the hobby, and almost everybody thinks, oh, here's what's actually going to happen, right? And that's why I say this idea of knowing more than everybody else is a large driver of the hobby. People are buying things, if they don't just like the card for what it is, because they think, oh, this thing will go up in price because this player is going to have a breakout season, or this team is going to win the championship, or this set is underrated. That's a big part of what drives the hobby, I believe, and something that we should all keep in mind. It's something that I am trying to keep in the back of my mind with all the decisions I make, sometimes successfully, sometimes not. But is this something that's occurred to you? Is this something that you think about, whether or not you're just doing the, oh, I know better. Oh, I know things that everybody else doesn't. Do you reflect on your own thoughts and behaviors and think about whether or not that's actually true? Would love to hear your comments and thoughts below. Thank you, as always, for listening and watching, and I will talk to you all soon. Cheers.